With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield on first down. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Mayfield, and it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Is a turnover on downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Jackson.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
By Sione Taki. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Makes the score.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Cleveland ball carrier.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Mayfield off the play fake. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. But you might remember Nick Chubb, he had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go with Chubb on second down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
And it's third down.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
The end of the first quarter.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Mayfield's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Browns have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Steps away to his left. And now Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
14.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Dobbins. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Jackson on 1st down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position, When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Good.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll run it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
2nd and 3.
On second down. It's Hunt trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Cleveland.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. $13 yards remaining on second down. They go play action. Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Number 80, Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, second and 10. They run. Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 15-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Open man is Higgins.
Mayfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down, Browns.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Patrick Queen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. After the sack on first down, Mayfield, that is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Number 81.
Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going to take off with it. First down and more for Jackson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this from both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
4-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.